Hi foodies, the other day I made some delicious yellow rice, steak bites and veggies. I am sharing the steak bites recipe with you today. Let's do it. So this is really simple guys. You're going to get your favorite steak and then you're going to cut it into bite-sized pieces. Could be between 1/2 inch and 1 inch. All right. And this is going to be tiny because it can be used as an appetizer, but it can also be used as a part of a main course. All right, so cut them up, and then what we're going to do is go in with some seasoning. All right, the seasonings that I'm using today, guys, are kind of like a Tex-Mex kind of flavor. So if you're making a burrito, you could actually add these steak bites to it, or if you're making a burrito bowl, you could add these steak bites. Really versatile, guys. The first time I had steak bites, it was at a restaurant on the appetizer menu, and it actually came with a creamy dip, and it was pretty good. So I really think you guys will like this. So we want to rub that in and marinate overnight, or if you're doing it the same day, try at least 45 minutes, okay? Now what we're going to do is brown this. So I'm using a little oil in my cast iron pan, and we're going to brown the pieces of steak, maybe 2 minutes on each side. We don't want to cook it for too long. Remember, these are very tiny. So just try to get the edges nice and brown as possible without overcooking it. This is not something you want to reheat, guys. Just want to let you know, this is not something you want to reheat, because then it might be tough if you try to reheat this, okay? So there we are, some little brown edges, still nice and tender inside. So just set this aside, and we're going to introduce some more flavor into the steak bites. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cook some onion and garlic and some seasoning and some herbs in this butter, and then we're going to toss the steak bites in the flavored butter. So good. So this is going to be over low to medium heat. We are going to just stir the onion and the garlic together in that butter. Allow it to cook until they are softened and they get really nice and fragrant. All right. Once everything is smelling real good, we're going to add some paprika, okay? And try not to get that flame too high. You want this to be low or medium, or low, between low to medium, all right? Stir everything together, and then once you stir it in, at this point, you just need it to on the heat for a few seconds. And then you're going to remove it from the heat and stir in that butter, or you can just turn off the flame, okay? So turn it off, or just take the pan off the stove, stir everything together, and then toss the steak bites in this wonderfully flavored butter. Usually if I'm cooking a whole steak, then I would just baste it with the butter and the garlic, but I didn't want to overcook the steak bites. So that's why I took them out of the pan, okay? And then we just put them back. So toss all of this together and you'll be good to go. That's it, guys. Really simple but bursting with flavor. You want to serve these immediately. You can have them as an appetizer, or you could have them with some rice or some potatoes. It really is up to you, but this is so versatile and a really good way to use up a steak if you're trying to stretch that steak. If you don't have a steak per person, this is a good way to just use up one steak. All right, so give it a try and let me know what you think, guys. It is so delicious. I'll see you guys next time.